to all you Aquarians. Aqua, the sign of Aquarius. Verseau, they say in French. I haven't got a clue why I'm speaking French now. But Verseau, the Aquarian. And this is the horoscope for December 2015. It's last month. And I think, in general, I speak in general terms here, I think for Aquarius, it's a good month in December. It's a very enjoyable month, very charming month for you. So let's have a look at what happens. There is a very positive thing going on in a key area of your life. And there is something a bit stressful going on, but it's more on a mental level. So let's break this down and start with the good. Start with the good thing, which is the Venus. Venus is, as from the 6th of the month, throughout the whole month, it's in Scorpio, in your 10th house. Now, I know that Venus has a connotation that Venus in Scorpio is not so good because it's so intense, it's so deep, I think it's all rubbish. Because, of course, I have my Venus in Scorpio, so I'm a bit biased. But it's how you deal with it. You know, this is actually, the Venus in Scorpio always shows a tremendous commitment towards something or someone. And for you, it's work. And, or authorities or parents, that's the 10th house, destiny, destination, your path in life. And the Venus in Scorpio is all about going very deep, going very intense, no superficiality at all, being very true and very honest and very courageous. So, and the good thing about this Venus, there are two tremendous good things about this Venus. First of all is that it's aspecting all good, it's making all good aspects to other planets. It's making a trine to Neptune, it's making a sextile to Pluto, then it's making also a sextile to Jupiter. I don't know if in that order, but it's all a bit around the same time. Yeah, first Neptune, then Pluto, then Jupiter. But basic thing is, this Venus is making great aspects with other planets. With the Neptune planet, which is inspiration, which is gentleness, which is compassion. And then with Pluto, which is intensity, transformation, understanding on a very deep level. And then it's Jupiter, expansive growth, meaningfulness. And all this is related to career because Venus is there in your 10th house. So, you dear Aquarians, if you have your own company, this is very interesting because this shows that people will see you as Venusian. They will, even when you are like an Aries or something, or a Mars ruled sign, but people will see that you have that charm, and because of that you will attract more clients. You will also have more, all the things that I just mentioned, you know, the meaningfulness and the intensity and all of that. You will encounter that through your work. If you are looking for a job, wow, this is a good time to apply yourself because they are going to see you as charming, as diplomatic, as a bit intense maybe, and going to the depths of things, but you know, that can be good. And it's also good if you are in a job that if you are in a job that you already like, this is emphasizing this is going to be a month that you're really going to enjoy your work. If you've been in a job that you didn't like, this shows there is a shift in that towards the more positive. And last but not least, the asteroid Juno or Juno, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's an asteroid that is also passing through that 10th house in Scorpio next to Venus. So, and what is that asteroid all about? It's all about commitment as well. It's all about commitment. It's all about fairness. So a lot of fairness and, fairness. I don't have another word to express that. And a lot of commitment towards what you are doing. So if you didn't know where to go when it comes to work, now there comes this deep knowing and valuing of what you want, what you don't want in a job. So that's the very good part throughout the whole month. Now the other thing is Mars. Mars is in Libra, And it's in an area of your house that has to do with the mind, with the higher mind. And that Mars is connected to Pluto and Uranus in the first 2 weeks of the month. And that's causing a bit of stress there, but that stress can be good to come to some sort of truth, because it's in the house of truth. It's in the house of, the ninth house is the house of philosophy, astrology, your connection with God, your connection with the divine. On a bit more basic level, it's traveling. So maybe you're going to travel a little bit more. Whatever it is, it can be with a bit of restlessness, to say the least, when Mars opposes Uranus, especially around the 9th up until the 13th. It is a time where it is good to assert yourself in a way when it comes to your opinions, your visions, but asserting, not being aggressive and not being submissive. So this goes back to this aspect that I'm talking about, goes back to September, when there was a lunar eclipse in Aries. That was in your 3rd house, also the house of thinking. So there has been some Aries and Libra is about relationships, but it's in your mind houses. So maybe connections through internet, relations with internet. There has been some things that come to the surface there, to say the least. In October, you had the new moon there in your 9th house as well. The new moon on the 12th of October, showing you some new truths there. And then Mercury, the planet of communication and thinking, went over that point as well with Pluto in Uranus. New insights. Maybe things that you thought that were true are not true, and vice versa. And then Venus went there as well. And now, as I said, now Mars. So what does it mean? It means that you are in this process of things that are revealing itself to you by reading a book, by traveling, by connecting with people on the internet, by foreign people maybe. And there's also something going on with desire and your drive, because Mars is your drive, it's your desire. So if you have had a desire, a drive towards anything that has to do with 9th house, which can mean foreign people, which can mean publishing, which can mean studying, anything that has to do with that 9th house or your connection with the divine, if you have been suppressing it for a long time, it can come to the surface. And with suppressing, I mean the longer you have suppressed your desire and your Mars. And I'm not talking about a whim here. I'm not talking about, you have the ego-driven desire and want something and I can't get it. And no, it's something that is way deeper, because all those other aspects that I just talked about are kind of making this a process. So it's definitely not something that is just to be ignored. No, it's something to be looked at. So if you haven't been suppressing anything towards 9th house issues, fine, the better. Then something is going to reveal itself that it's going to give you a tremendous amount of liberty. Maybe it's a voyage. I wanted to say a voyage you are going to make. I mean, a trip that you are going to make. Maybe it's related to studies or whatever. Then maybe something is going to reveal there that is really, really positive for you. But if you are someone that says, yes, I have been suppressing my Mars, my desire, my wants towards someone else, maybe from a foreign country, or towards my plans when it comes to studies, when it comes to publishing, when it comes to my connection with the divine, my opinion. I have been suppressing my communication. I have been suppressing what I want to say. I haven't been spoken out there. If that has been the case, there is a readjustment here. There is a possibility to readjust that. And do it in an assertive way. Certainly not in an aggressive way, and certainly not in a submissive way either, but very master of your own actions. I say master of your own actions because this happens on a fixed star called Kraz, K-R-A-Z, and that fixed star is on that Mars, dancing around Pluto and Uranus there. And that fixed star is all about mastering your desires, mastering and focusing on it. So make sure that it's in alignment with your higher self if you don't believe in God, with God if you do believe in God, with the universe, or whatever you believe in. And look at it. Don't put it under the carpet. Look at it and adjust where needed. Don't do it too drastic, but the more you're going to run away from it, the more it will be drastic probably. So a very interesting month for all of us, and also certainly for the Aquarians. Have a very good month. Benefit from that Venus there in your 10th house. That is so nicely aspected for you this month. And wish you all the best. If you want a personal reading, get in touch. And see you next month. Hear from you. Or, well, see you next month. Bye-bye.